I have been an active member of the Jewish community since grade school. It started with junior choir in second grade, moving on to participate with my parents in the adult choir by the time I was in sixth grade. While a member of that group, we went on to Israel and toured for 2 weeks, followed by a 2-week family vacation to Israel as well. In junior high and high school, I was active on my local synagogue youth board and the regional youth board. In college, I went to the University of Texas at Austin and participated in Hillel activities and Chabad house activities as well. I then went on to transfer to Stephen F. Austin State University, a little tiny school in southeast Texas, surrounded by what we fondly called the Pine Curtain. Not a lot of Jews on that campus, and it had this tiny Jewish student fellowship struggling, and the advisor's name was Kindness Israel, of all things. Wonderful, wonderful man. I became the president of that group and created some rather interesting activities. First that comes to mind was the Jewish Student Fellowship beer. Our advisor was a beer brewer, and we created from scratch a batch of beer that we named Yosef Beer. JSF was our Jewish Student Fellowship initials. And a month later, after we did everything necessary to brew the beer, we then had a Friday night service in the man's teepee on his property, followed by a cookout and enjoying the beers. He was such a wonderful man. I went on to also become quite visible on campus as the president of the Jewish Student Fellowship, and would have individuals stop me on the way to and from class to give them Judaism in 5 minutes or less. And those experiences led me to graduate and then enroll at Gratz College, where I enrolled in a Master's of Jewish Education, Jewish Studies dual program. And by the time I finished in 1997, I had also had the credits necessary for a certificate in Jewish Communal Studies. I graduated in 97 and took on a job at Congregation Beth Israel in Northfield, New Jersey, and was the cantorial soloist and religious school education director for approximately 3 years. Once I left that position, I continued my career as a Jewish educator for several more years, and also took on the responsibility of leading my husband's synagogue for their services for Friday nights and for high holidays. I also created my daughter's naming ceremony and did B'nai Mitzvah tutoring for people in the area. I am doing everything I can to raise my children to be socially conscious Jews. I truly feel I am the embodiment of the modern Jew. I know what these students have gone through, will be going through, and I hope that I can be there to guide them and help them continue to be active participants in the Jewish community as I continue to be.